Hey guys, how goes it? Let's start our next thing. We're finally in the chapter 2. So pages 34 and 35. Remember, all you gotta do is just type it into this right here and it'll get you there. We're gonna talk about finally about the Earth itself. We've been kind of looking at the 5 themes of geography and types of maps and all that. We're finally gonna get into what the Earth is all about. So we're gonna look at the Earth's rotation and revolution. And there is a difference between the two, and you need to make sure you keep them straight in your head because people get this confused all the time. And this one's pretty short and sweet. Remember, we put our answers in the red box. Remember, you can set this up so you have the modified text on or off. You can set it up. Remember, single or double page. I always go double page. Remember, you can click and it'll
Section 1.1.
read it to you. So keep that all in mind, but this is important. Rotation and revolution, okay? So let's look at what we got. Solstice. Well, if it's a word by itself, that means it's probably a vocabulary word, and sure enough, there it is. Remember, if you click on the MT, the modified text, it's gonna pop it up here. I'll show you. So what is the solstice, okay? It happens twice a year, in the summer and winter. Okay, so what is the solstice? Equinox. Happens twice a year, spring and autumn. There's equinox right there. Okay, and there is a difference between the two. Solstice, these, when summer and winter start, they're not equal in length. Okay, one's the longer day of the year, one's the shortest day of the year. And when we talk about equinoxes, spring and fall or autumn, equa means equal. So these 2 days are equal in length when it comes to sunlight and darkness, 12 and 12, since there's 24 hours in a day. So keep that in mind. We'll talk about time zones later on. How long does it take the Earth to make one rotation? That means this spin around on its axis. The axis is the point where the Earth spins. We can't see it, but it rotates. Think about taking a basketball, putting it on your finger and spinning it. That's an axis. That you're pointing your finger is where the basketball spins. Well, the Earth spins on its own axis. So how long does it take the Earth to go around one time? Okay, not around the sun, just to spin around one time. And that affects days and nights. So think about that. Hint, hint. What is the tilt of the Earth? Okay, the Earth doesn't sit straight up and down. If you look at a globe, it actually has a natural tilt to it. So you're gonna have to find out somewhere, if we look, there's tilt right in here. Tell me what it is. Now here's probably the hardest of the bunch here. When do the seasons in the Northern Hemisphere start? That means the area above the equator. We live in the Northern Hemisphere, in the United States. So if we look on page 35, okay, you see this drawing here, okay? You need to tell them, you need to write down each season, spring, winter, fall, summer, or you can start wherever you want to. Okay. You're gonna notice under each one tells you the date. So spring starts March 21st. And then do the rest of the other 3. So the answer to this question, when do the seasons in the Northern Hemisphere start? Look at this drawing, write down each of the seasons and tell me when they start. Because our next assignment is going to deal with the solar system. So this is an important thing to kind of know and remember. As always, if you have questions or problems, let me know. Watch the video all the way through so you know what's going on. Put your answers in the red box. Answer everything fully. And we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see ya.